Hi, my name's Kayla. I am an average Aussie mum who has definitely considered selling pictures of my feet just to get by. I really wish I was kidding. If you're not new here, welcome back to my beautiful subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. If you are new here, my name's Kayla. I am an average Aussie mum of two living in the top end of Australia, sharing everything about our personal finance journey. This video is going to be a little bit of an explanation of what you can expect from that budget life in 2024. I cannot believe it's 2024 already. I turned 34 this year, and honestly, I feel like where the F has time gone. 2024 for me feels like kind of my, this sounds crazy because I'm 34 this year, but this is like my year of adulting, getting my shit together kind of year. I looked back at 2023 and honestly felt like, what the fuck did I do with my year? It felt like a bit of a waste, to be honest, which I guess is not fair because there have been lessons, there have been experiences, you know, there's been highs, there's been lows, whatever. Like, there are things that my partner and I achieved last year, not financially, just personally, that I am so incredibly proud of. It was one of the best years, or like the last quarter was the best in terms of us as a couple and figuring out our shit, healing, growing, all those things. So like there was definitely positives to 2023, but I just also feel like, I don't know, I got to the end and I was like, I probably didn't really achieve all the things that I wanted to. And so 2024 is my year of being really intentional. I think that's like, you know how people have like a word for the year? I don't really have a word for the year, but intentional feels good. I want to be more intentional about where I spend my energy, where I spend my time, the things that I'm doing in 2024. Anyway, I reflected on 2023 and I decided on a few changes for this channel and for business and life in general for 2024. So this video is my little welcome to 2024, even though it's February, and let's find out what is going on for this channel for this year. Okay, so I wasn't actually joking about considering selling pictures of my feet on the internet for money. And as much as I wish I was joking, I don't actually think I'm alone. The cost of living has got us all in a pinch, no matter how much you earn. I know people earning bucket loads and people earning not so much. And right across the board, everyone is feeling the pinch. We are not exempt from that. I had to make some adjustments for our budget in 2024. We have things like our mortgage, which has been fixed for I think 3 years, maybe a little bit longer, is coming off a fixed rate of 2% to 6 point something this year, and so we've had to make adjustments in our budget as well. I would have liked to have made the most of that 2% on our mortgage. I did not, so yeah, we are also making adjustments to our budget. As I was looking at our budget, I decided that I really wanted to share our journey and also support fellow mums, fellow women from all walks of life in being really intentional, there's that word again, being really intentional with their budget and their finances so that you can live the life that you want to while still feeling really empowered and in control of your budget. Also, I don't know if this is like crooked or not, I'm not sure. Like this is, I splurged on a vlogging camera. So I used to film on my phone. I am not anymore. So this is an exciting change. It's not one that I was going to talk about, but it's an exciting change. But while I like figure it out, I don't know. I don't know if this is crooked. Sorry if that's annoying. I mean, I'll get better, I hope. So there are three main themes that you'll see across my channel in 2024. Some things that you've seen before that haven't changed and are still going to continue, and then some really new and exciting things. Plus, I have a real goal this year to share with you as much free content as possible. I obviously am always, this is a business as well. So obviously my Etsy store and digital downloads help support my family, and I appreciate each and every single purchase, no matter the amount. Thank you so much if you've supported my store, being a subscriber to the channel, all huge ways to support me, so thank you so much. But I also want to focus on giving away as much free knowledge, experience, advice as I can, because I just genuinely think that all women, no matter your age, no matter whether you're a mum or you're not a mum or whatever, no matter your background, I truly believe that all women should feel in control and empowered and stress-free about money. First theme, and I mean, obviously it's not going to be any surprise, is personal finance and budgeting. And a disclaimer before anything else, this channel, I'm not a professional financial advisor. I am a mum and an ex-classroom teacher, and I have been on a learning journey with personal finance for a while, also a self-development kind of journey. So this is me sharing my experiences with you. This is me sharing what I know to work for me. I always recommend seeking professional advice before investing, changing your finances, any of those things. Please seek advice from a professional. I'm just sharing with you what works for me. One of the reasons I know that I am in good standing to share my experiences is that I know that pretty much every phase and stage of my life is relatable to someone. I've experienced a whole gambit of financial situations. I have been single and broke. I have been single and earning lots. I have been partnered and earning lots, and partnered and not earning so much. And also the same with a family. So pretty much any way that you slice it, I have experienced it in some capacity, and so I know that this information is going to be relatable to pretty much everybody out there. I haven't really shared a whole bunch online before, but there was a period of time when I was not able to work for about 6 to 8 months. I was out of work, and so my partner was the sole provider. And my partner has always worked in mining construction, that's his background. And so, like, for the most part, we've earned decent money. This particular time period was probably one of his lowest salary jobs. And then I was out of work and he was our sole earner or income provider. And it was dicey and it was really stressful, and it was challenging in so many ways. I, remember times where I was sitting up late at night and looking at our budget and all of our expenses, and our income was not going to cover it, and trying to figure out, if I could ask family for support financially, or what we could sell around the house to earn extra income. There was periods where I would have to afterpay or zip pay our groceries. And that really instigated a cycle of guilt and shame in myself. It's not a nice feeling to not be able to provide for your children. That was a huge kind of eye-opening experience for me. And also the issues that came in my partnership at not being working and earning income, not participating in bringing in any money to the household, and what that meant in terms of what else was happening, what else I was providing for the household, etc., etc. So it was really tricky time. It was very stressful. I lost a lot of sleep thinking about money, income, expenses, dates of payments, and how we were going to manage all of the things and still buy food. It was wild. That experience was the most stressful, the most shameful period of my life, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And I just want people who are in that situation, you might be in that situation right now where you don't have money to save and you don't have money to invest, and you might see all these people going on nice holidays and buying things, and think that you're never going to get out of that situation. And I can tell you that you absolutely can get out of that situation, and it is most likely not forever. And also that I know how that feels, and you are not alone. and that it can get better. As I mentioned, I've also been at the other end of the spectrum earning really decent money, and you know what? Still feeling stressed about money. It's really wild. I remember a conversation recently with a girlfriend, and I was talking about it really doesn't matter how much you earn. There is always a certain level of stress and anxiety about money until we work on the deeper stuff. That's not to say that the experience I was mentioning before about, having to afterpay and zip pay groceries, that's a level of stress and anxiety that, does definitely go away the more that you earn. Once your income is more than your expenses, there's kind of a comfortability that comes with that. But there's also still stress and anxiety around money that can come no matter how much money you earn. So I want to share that that's also an experience, and it's also normal. People who earn good money, you're not automatically stress-free just because you're earning good money. Good money, it's all relative. There's no like set amount that once you earn that, I no longer have stress. In both situations, whether not earning enough income and feeling really, really stressed, or earning quite a good income but still feeling really, really stressed, one thing was consistent. And I guarantee you, if you're feeling stressed about money, it's probably something that you're doing as well. And that was not looking at the numbers. I completely avoided my bank account. I was like a ostrich with my head in the sand. Is that the animal that puts its head in the sand? I'm sure it is. Anyway, I was completely avoiding anything to do with budgeting, finance, numbers, bank account. I feel stressed looking at my bank account. I didn't have a budget. I didn't look at what our income and expense. It's like throwing shit at the wall and hoping something stick. I know that's not the saying, but you win some, you lose some over here. Also, not only am I a mum, an Aussie mum, I'm also an ADHD mum. So if you know, you know. I was very much just blindly kind of going through each month, kind of fingers crossed, hoping for the best. And that's not a strategy I would recommend. That does not boost confidence. It does not make you feel in control. It's not easing your stress. That is not the way to spend 2024. So the more I look to my bank account, the more I sit with my budget, the more I run the numbers and log everything, the more in control, the more empowered, and the less stressed I feel. And I know that that is common for a lot of people in the budgeting community. It sounds like, I don't know, like that's not how it works, but I can guarantee you, if you start looking at your numbers, you start checking in with your bank account, you start putting in place some of these strategies that we'll go through on this channel, you will feel more empowered, more in control, and less stressed and anxious about your money. So if you're like the past version of Kayla, who is laying awake at night, thinking about the money that's coming in and all the expenses you have to pay and bills, and not sure how you're going to figure it out without actually looking at any of it, just kind of off the top of your head, I promise, if you sit down and you open up your bank account, you have a look at what you're spending and where, and you put it all out on paper and you actually take the time to look at it, I promise, even that one step will help you feel so much better about your money situation. Once you know what's coming in, what's going out, and where you might have little leaks, you might have subscriptions that you're signed up to that you don't need to be signed up to, you might have things that you're buying that you think, actually, I don't really need that, or I don't really use that. One of the biggest leaks in my budget has been subscriptions, either that I've like signed up for a free trial and I've forgotten to cancel it, or streaming services. Streaming services is a huge one for my family because I have one child who wants to watch Stan and one child who likes this on Disney, and I might have a show on binge that I really want to watch, but it's just one show, so I might pay for that while I watch that show and then cancel it. And then we have like Netflix. I just had to upgrade our Netflix account because we went interstate, and so to download on multiple devices, I think the limit was 2, and then the next bracket was like 6, which is infuriating, Netflix, and I'm sure they do it for a reason, but I needed like three devices, right? So I had to upgrade, but then once we were back, I downgraded again. So even if nothing else, but looking at where your money is actually going, there are probably places your money is going that you haven't even realized or you've forgotten about. And those little things add up. So you cancel this subscription and you cancel that one, and actually I don't need that anymore. And you start to look at things. You could be, you know, $100 richer each month. I don't know. Have a look at your money. I promise you that will help you feel so much better. To help you with this, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I think I did, but anyway, I'm gonna mention it again. To help you with this, I have created my free Chaos to Control budget blueprint. And as I said, I wanted to share more free content, and this thing is huge. It's huge, and it is helpful, and it is comprehensive, and it is beautiful, and it is going to help you get on track, and it is free. So if you are wanting to get in control of your budget, you want to start looking at your numbers, you want to see where things are leaking out, download my budget blueprint. Start running some numbers and start feeling in control. Start feeling less stress. You can find the link to that in the description box. So I mentioned that some things are not going to change. So theme number 2 is something that has been the OG. It's been here since the beginning, and that is cash budgeting or cash stuffing. I have been cash stuffing our binders for over a year, on and off, over a year. I haven't been completely consistent, I'm not gonna lie, but one thing I can say for sure is that cash is king. Cash is the number one thing that gets me to stick to my budget. It prevents me from overspending. It is a strategy that I don't think I'll ever not have in my budget, is using cash. It is so easy. I don't know if you find this as well. I have lots of friends who say the same, but when you're just tapping your card, you're tapping your phone, you're tapping your watch, whatever, I think you can tap a ring now. I don't know, crazy. But the more you tap is the quickest way to overspending. It's like out of sight, out of mind. If I just tap, it's almost like it never existed, right? Girl math. So once I figured out all things to do with our income, I started to allocate cash amounts to sinking funds, to things that I wanted to save for, to just auxiliary expenses, things like that. And that really helps me not only stick to my budget, it's also helps me not only stick to my budget, but also helps me save money. I saved thousands last year, albeit a lot of it has been spent now on travel and things like that. But I put aside thousands of dollars last year, and I know for a fact, because previous years I haven't used cash and I haven't saved thousands, that the only reason I did save that money is because it was cash sitting in my budget binder that I didn't touch, because you kind of forget it's there. And so the overspending and the whatever doesn't happen when you've got cash sitting aside. So cash budgeting, cash stuffing is here to stay. I do have financial goals this year that instead of saving money, the biggest goal for me this year is to pay off our debts. And so it's going to look a little bit different this year than what you might be used to, but still cash stuffing. And I'm hoping to get those videos out as regularly as I was last year. A goal of this channel is not only to give away free content and all those good things, but also, as I said, to support my family and to support your budgeting journey as well. So I do have my Etsy store where you can find all kinds of fun savings challenges and trackers and things that if you are wanting to have a bit of a game day, a bit of fun with your saving, go and check it out. There are some really fun savings challenges. I'm really proud of them. I love to create them. If you have any suggestions for games or savings challenges you want to see, please reach out to me. I am always open to creating customs and one-offs and all those sorts of things. The third theme is very different for this channel, but is something that has been going on in the back end for a very, very long time. It's also something that I am super passionate about, and I cannot wait to bring this to you guys, and that is money mindset. You might think that mindset and money don't go hand in hand. They have nothing to do with each other, and nothing could be further from the truth. Mindset is the foundation to what your financial situation looks like. So your experience with money, the money that's coming in, the expenses you have, when you get extra money, does it fly straight out? All those things has everything to do with your mindset. And I am so excited to share with you ways that you can change this up and you can have a different financial experience when you work on your mindset. If you're still here, thank you so much for following along. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, give my video a like. It really helps my channel to grow and reach a wider audience. I have shared a couple of my goals for 2024 and I would love to hear about yours. So chuck some emojis down in the comment. Use emojis to tell me all about your financial goals for 2024. You could use the money bag, the sparkle, the unicorn, the rainbow, a little beach for a holiday, whatever you want. Get creative with the emojis and let me know your financial goals for this year. The aim of this channel and my digital products is to support each and every one of you on your budgeting, personal finance journey. Most importantly, it's to open up conversations about money. It's to take the taboo away from these conversations. It's to empower women to get in control of their finances, to feel less stressed, to feel free, in control. It's also so that these conversations continue and can be passed on to future generations. I hope that our children are having these conversations. They're not taboo, they don't feel awkward, they're just open and honest about their money, and they have a different experience to us in their finances. Thanks for following along. I am so excited for 2024. I hope you are too, and I'll see you in the next one.